upload. I'm just working on my video.
Oh, film the video.
Never stops, Al. You want some eggs?
Yeah.
I was reading so much last night I didn't get to do all this. Happy Storm Day! It hasn't started yet. The kids were disappointed. I was disappointed too that there was school today. So they have school today. It's supposed to start later on in the day, so maybe they'll get out early. I don't know, but anyway, Florence has an appointment to pick up her retainer because they had to make it, right? So she's gonna pick that up here in a second and then head to school. But yeah, I guess it's supposed to start today, but I really thought they would cancel. But that's okay. Anyway, guys, I started a new book. I'll show it to you in a bit, but I'm going to read that while she's in there. She's back there. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
She likes to ride in the back seat and practice her Uber passenger skills. You going to show your teeth again? Look at her. You're mini me. I used to look just like you. I did, actually. I looked a lot like you. I'll zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in here. I just really want them to see your beautiful $4,000 smile. She's like, they look fake. I look like AI. I'm like, well, they're expensive. They should look like something. Obviously I don't know how, I don't think it was quite 4,000. Alex's is way more than yours. Alex is like 7. Alex has a lot going on, but they look so good. They look so good. So anyways, I was kind of hoping it'd be storming, but kind of hoping it wouldn't be, because I didn't want her to miss this appointment, because I want her to be really strict with her retainer. So I was like, the sooner we get it, the better. She don't want all that time wasted, right?
This is supposed to be done before 10th grade.
Your brace is coming off?
Yeah.
I know. She had them on a bit longer than we expected, but it's all worth it in the end. So, do you want to show them my book I'm reading?
I just want to go in.
Okay. You go in. You have fun.
Thanks.
I'm pretty sure this is your final appointment. I don't go in with her. We're trying to launch her into adulthood. No, I don't need to go into this appointment at all, so she goes in by herself. Did you find it? Did you find your phone? Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, my book. Okay, so thinking a bit more about my rating. I gave it a 4 out of 5, the Better Than the Movies book. I think I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I gave it a 4 out of 5 because it wasn't exactly, like, it was missing that, like, spice factor, right? It was a very squeaky clean love story. But I think for the audience, it was geared towards, because it's very much like a book like a 13, 14-year-old girl could read. And, you know, it was very appropriate for that type of age. I think it was a 5 out of 5. So for what it was geared towards, the audience it was geared towards, and for what it was a 5 out of 5. But for me personally, I was just looking for that extra, like, but that wasn't the book for it, you know? But, you know what is? Do you know what is? This book. It is called Wildfire by Hannah Grace. So my daughter has a large collection of books. She doesn't have a large collection of romance books because she very much loves, like, Stephen King. She likes scary books. She likes fantasy and, you know, that sort of stuff. History. Like, she loves, you know, those type of, she doesn't read a lot of romance. But she has a few. So once I finished my book yesterday, I was like, I want to read another book. And I ordered the sequel. I'm like, but the sequel is not coming in until, like, the weekend. So I'm not even kidding you. Like, I was like, I need to read something. So I told her, I told Florence, I was like, I wish it wasn't as PG. Like, I just wish it was a little less like I was watching the Disney Channel. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't mean I want like 50 Shades of Grey type of like, I'm not looking for that yet, but like a bit more than like PG, right? Florence is like, this is the book for you. And she pulled this out. So this is actually a sequel to the book Icebreaker, which she has. And I was like, well, I should read the first one first. And she's like, don't read it. I was like, why? She's like, because it's going to turn you off from reading. In her opinion, she didn't love that book. She's like, I really, 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 really struggled to finish that book. And she said that like, you didn't need to read that in order to read this, which is the sequel for Icebreaker. And she's like, if you read Icebreaker, it's just gonna like, you're gonna get discouraged and you're not gonna want to read again. She's like, don't do it. I was like, okay. I'm like, you promise like I'm not gonna be lost? And she's like, no, it's a different story. I was like, okay. So I started reading it last night. Look, I started reading it last night and I love it. I love it. It's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. It's not too, I mean, it gets a little raunchy. Okay. It does get a little raunchy, but in what I was looking for. It's not, well, yet anyways, it's not crazy. Like, what the heck? Like, what am I reading? I'm so embarrassed. It's not like that, but it's definitely like it's above PG. Like there's some things. So it's exactly what I was looking for. She's like, you're going to love it. I was like, okay. So I do. I really love it. I really love this one. If you don't love, you know, some spicy stuff, you wouldn't really like this at all, but it's pretty good. It's a love story, obviously it's a romance, but they're adults, so so it's I don't know, they just, you know, there's more going on, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm definitely gonna have this book finished by the weekend when my other book comes in, the sequel. So you guys, I'm just a little reader girl. I just love it. So I'm going to read this now. I'm on chapter 12. And this book, what it does is it goes between the guy and the girl. So like one chapter is him, one chapter is her. So you get both of their perspectives. And I was talking to Sherry last night, and because we were talking about Better Than the Movies, because she just read it too. And she said the second part, Nothing Like the Movies, I forget what it's called, Nothing Like the Movies, or I don't know. The sequel, she said that the sequel is like that, where it's back and forth between the two main characters, where I thought it was just his point of view, but it's actually back and forth between the two, like this book is. So this one's called Wildfire, and it's a sequel, but apparently we don't need to read the first in order to get, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. They do mention something about a rink, and I asked Florence what that was about, because it seems like they're referencing this incident at the rink all the time, and I don't know what it is. So I asked her, and she's like, oh yeah, that's the only thing you'd probably, you know, that you'd be missing. And she just told me what it was, and I was like, oh. She's like you didn't, she's like, you really don't need to read it. So anyways, maybe I'll read it eventually, but no storm has started yet. But school was canceled early. So they went to school this morning and they canceled it 3 hours early, like early dismissal, I guess. That's what they call it, early dismissal. So the kids will be home shortly, which I'm glad, because I get nervous when they're out, when it's really bad out. So it hasn't started yet or anything like that, but it's coming. And when it comes, I'll show you. I think it's going to be actually worse tomorrow, but I don't know. I'll definitely let you know. But tomorrow is Valentine's Day. What do you guys do for Valentine's Day? Trevor and I have a date, but if it's not nice out, we're not going. Like, we just have dinner reservations. I like Valentine's Day, but we never go crazy over Valentine's Day. Like, we don't buy each other gifts. Well, Trevor usually buys flowers, but we don't buy each other gifts or like that sort of thing. I don't buy the kids anything. I just never was big on that. I don't know, like the kids get gifts at Easter and Christmas and their birthday, but like I never did Valentine's Day. I don't know, I just never, I feel like I do a really good job at like you know, giving them a nice life and showing them how much I love them and doing little things for them a lot that, like, when it's like an actual day, I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but we usually don't go crazy over Valentine's Day at all. We just, we usually go on a date, and both kids have plans. So, I don't know. Hopefully the weather cooperates for everybody. But what do you do for Valentine's Day? Do you go all out? I love seeing what people do. Like, there's some people who do, like, like themed heart everything. And I guess I did do that a little bit when they were younger, but I truly don't do anything now. I just don't. I just, I feel like this sounds so cheesy. Well, I'm going to say it. I do feel like every day is Valentine's Day here. Like, we are just a very lovey-dovey family, and I just don't know what I could do to make the day seem like more, Like, I mean, I could buy chocolate and stuff, but we always have chocolate in the house. They always have treats here. I don't know. We'll see, but maybe I'll make them a card. I'll make a card. But I love to see what other people do. I really do. We really don't. Plus, we're going away, like, in a month. Happy Valentine's Day, kids. No, but yeah, I've never was a Valentine's Day type of girl. Like, I mean, I love it. I love Valentine's Day, but I don't do the gift thing and all that stuff. The snow has officially began. It's just literally starting, so you can see it better there. It's those small little flakes that always happen before a big storm. So the kids are home from school. Trevor's home early from work. We can all hunker down. Ellie, are you scared of the storm? Look at her sitting on the thing.
Mom says that she has anxiety.
That Ellie has anxiety.
Yeah.
I said, I think Ellie has anxiety.
She doesn't.
She's just a baby.
Cats can't have anxiety.
Yes, they can. Come here. Update on the weather. It's getting, you can't tell from that angle, but Ellie, tell them. Say it's getting windy out there. It's getting windy out there. It's getting windy.
Jacqueline reading to Ellie in the living room.
Reading to Ellie.
Yeah.
Trevor's a vlogger, guys. I'm almost done on my book. Do you read?
Nope.
You've read.
I've read a book or two before. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storm day reading, Ellie.
Just
Are we storm day reading?
You're just missing your glass of wine. Book and wine.
Ew, I don't like wine.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe a pina colada.
There you go. Maybe a Trevor special.
Good evening. The storm is not mounting to very much, but I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm not out in it. It just from where I live, it's not looking like anything crazy, but it sounds super windy out there. So I can only imagine like what it's actually like out driving in it. So anyways, everyone that I know is home, safe and sound. I don't know anyone that has to be out in it, so I'm good. I'm cozy in my jammies. I've been reading. Like, that's all I have left. That's all I have left. I've read 2 books in 3 days. 4 days? What is happening? What is happening? I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your recommendations. I took every single one of them that was suggested and I made a Goodreads account. Like, I got the app because I've seen people with that app. So I figure that's kind of the app to use. And so I have my first little book that I read on there and rated. But and then this one will be next. I don't know if I'll finish it tonight because I do kind of want to spend time with Trevor and the kids. But for supper we had nachos. It was really good. But yeah, so I might finish this tomorrow. But every single book you guys recommended, an author, I put down on my thing as to, hi honey.
Is my case in here for my retainer?
Oh, it's in the bathroom. Daddy put it in the bathroom. a retainer. Anyway, I put it in my want to read list or whatever. So I don't even know which one to pick next. So I'm going to have to get a library card. I have to get a library card because there's a lot of books. And I'm quick. I don't know. But I have a lot of time, right? So, and the thing is, you guys, here's the thing. I was talking to our little gingerbread house and Sherry about this. But I was saying, like, I'm really proud of myself because the whole goal, it's always been the goal for years, like literally years, but it's always been the goal to spend less time online. Like, it's easy when you're home and you get all your stuff done to just like doom scroll. It's just something that happens. And I just found, like, especially after losing my dad, like, it just never really felt right. Like, it always felt like a waste of time. Like, I was just hyper aware of like life, you know, and it just always felt like a waste of time ever since losing him. And I've taken breaks from social media, you know, a lot in the past, but I always return. But it just really feels different this time. And I wanted a break, and I've always wanted to spend less time on social media because it does leave me a lot of the times with anxiety or like weird feelings. And so this year I made it a goal to find myself like hobbies to do that don't require looking at my phone. And so I took up the diamond art. Like, I'm just trying different things to see what I like. And so far I've liked everything. So I've tried diamond art and the coloring, and now like reading was a stretch. Okay. Like, this was like, you know, something that wouldn't happen in my wildest dreams. But I really think being on medicine for ADHD helps a lot, because I do find I can read better in the day. Like, this time of night, I don't read as well. I find I'm wandering and I have to reread things. I do find reading in the day better for me, but this was the whole goal, to find things that I'm interested in, that I can do, hobbies that don't require my phone. And it's working and it's great. And my mind is just like, I feel more creative and I feel way less like doom, and like I feel happier and lighter and brighter, and I feel hopeful, and I just, everything I've hoped I would feel, I do. And now that I have all these things I'm interested in, like, I love cooking, I love baking, I love hosting my weekly dinner, I love doing diamond art, I love coloring, and I love reading. And all of these things I love so much, and I want to do them every day, but I don't have time to scroll because I'm doing all these things that I love so much. So I think this is pretty successful. I think this is finally the year that I achieve that goal of just kicking that social media habit. Like I said, I have Facebook and I have YouTube, which is just, has never been a problem, but it's more so like I stopped TikTok a while ago, and then, you know, I stopped Instagram a little, like, beginning of January, or first week of January. And it's, you know, it just feels good. It just feels good. I just feel like I've created really good boundaries, and I am really reaping the rewards of that, if that makes sense. So basically, I just don't have time to think about drama, nonsense, what people are selling, what people are doing. Like I have people on Facebook, and I genuinely care about what they're doing, and I want to see, you know, it's like my Facebook friend list is super small, but I don't need to see what 1,000 influencers are doing. I don't need to see what somebody I don't even know how we became acquaintances is doing all the time. And I just, you know, and not that I don't care, it's just sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot to know a lot. It's a lot to know every little detail. And here I am, like I do it, like I share. I mean, I watch YouTube like crazy. YouTube is my thing. Like I love it so much. I love YouTube, and it's never made me feel the way like Instagram or TikTok or anything like that made me feel. YouTube will always be home for me. YouTube is it's like my reality TV. Like I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, it's reality TV, and YouTube is like that for me. Like I love watching. I watch so much. Like I mostly watch vlogs, but like I'll watch things that I'm not even, like, people that I have nothing in common with. Like I watch people who live on their own and or people who travel the world or solo travel, or people who don't have kids, people who have little kids, people who have adult kids out of the home. And like I just watch, I don't know, it's just interesting to me. I just love that type of stuff. But anyway, I'm getting rambly. I just wanted to say thank you for the book recommendations. They are all on my list, and hopefully I'll get through them all, because when we go away, Trevor was like, this is so good that you're into reading, because you can read on our vacation, because he's like, there's a lot of downtime when you go to those all-inclusive resorts. 'Cause Trevor used to go to the all-inclusive resorts every year. Like he's probably gone, I don't even know, a lot. He's gone every year until he met me. Like of his adult years, you know. Actually he did go the year that we met, because he brought me home a necklace and earrings, and he brought home Florence a little dress. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I'm really loving the romance category. I'm liking spicy a lot. I was like, Trevor, guess what I just read? He's like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, guys. Don't forget, I take weekends off, but I will be back here Monday with another video for you guys. Stay safe, stay warm if you're in the path of the snowstorm, and I'll see you on Monday. Good night.
Everything that has